it's cookie day. Greg and I are making cookie boxes for our friends and some family, and we're making 4 recipes from our website, packing them up in cute little boxes and then delivering them tomorrow. So I thought that I would show you what we're making, show you how we're doing it, and maybe inspire you to make your own cookie box next year. Here we have the double chocolate cookie dough. Oh my gosh, I forgot chocolate chips. Double chocolate cookie dough. We roll. Take your crushed pistachios and take a cookie dough ball. Place it back down.
Okay, so what kind are you making now?
I am making shortbreads. They're the chocolate peppermint shortbreads from our website, but we're not putting peppermint on them. We're just doing come on. We're just doing regular shortbreads, and we'll find a way to make them cool. I don't know if we should do them like circle or cut them into a shape. What do you think?
Shape.
We'll do like snowflake ones. It'd be cool.
Oh, they might break though.
True. Here we have our Oreo cheesecake cookies. I'm back to rolling. These are our last ones. There are ginger molasses cookies. Every time we film, Hazel starts drinking water. Rolling them in sugar. Baby's been asleep the entire time we've been baking, so love that. Thank you, buddy. Okay, Greg is assembling the first box. That's fun. He did it! Oh.
How do I make it better?
Then Greg made this card. I just realized those cookies look different. That's okay.
Laminated it and everything.
Okay, turn it over.
They don't look different. Oh.
And then what's inside? Huge success. We got them all done while Mr. was napping, and now we're just gonna do a little drop off today. The lighting is bad everywhere. And then the rest of our drop offs tomorrow. I thought I would do my makeup routine because a couple of people asked for that either in my last video or on Instagram. I don't remember. But yeah, so I thought I would show you. It's very minimal, very basic. I've been using the same products for quite a long time. Like, I've just had them and they've lasted me a long time. If I'm looking down, you're like on top of my mirror right now, so bear with me with this setup. I'm going to show you what I do for makeup and also talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, which is BetterHelp. I've touched on this before, but now that Lando is pretty much 6 months old, almost in like a week and a half, I've kind of had time to really like settle in to my new role of being a mom, and I'm realizing how important it is to have support just in postpartum in general, but especially in the early postpartum days, because having a baby is a huge life change that literally happens overnight, and it's very common to experience baby blues, and I definitely experienced that. And honestly, being able to talk to a therapist when you're in like a new life stage is so helpful, because it's something that you've just never done before, and it can be scary to try and just do it all on your own. BetterHelp is a great tool to use, especially for a busy new parent, because you can do the sessions whenever you need, right from your own home. You don't have to find time to physically go to a therapist. And regardless if you have like depression or anxiety, or if you're just someone going through a hard time, therapy can really like give you tools to look at your life in a new way. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and accessible, because finding a therapist can be really hard, especially when you're limited to only options in your area. It's really easy to get signed up and match with a therapist. There's a link below, betterhelp.com/liveb, and that also gets you 10% off your first month. And the best thing is, if you don't fit with your therapist, you can easily switch to someone new for no additional cost. So whether you're a new parent or just anyone struggling with anything in your life, definitely consider trying online therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/liveb, and thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this portion of the video. Sorry, Pancakes, I had to close him. He's out there with Greg, but he is just in a super fussy phase right now. I really love Merit products, and then this I've had for so long, I keep expecting it to run out, and It's just lasted a really long time. It's the Merit Contour in the color Leo. I actually thought Lando was going to be a Leo because his due date was July 26th. I remember telling everyone if he's on time or late, he'll be a Leo, and if he is pretty much at all early, he'll be a Cancer. And I also have had this Hourglass bronzer for, I mean, it's gross. Like, I should probably change it and get a new one, but I literally have not made a dent in it, and I've had it for years. For blush, I love the Merit blush. I have one in the color Cheeky, and then I have one in Stockholm. Oh, and this brush is the Say brush. I had some Say products, but I didn't love them. Like, I had the bronzer that goes with the brush, but I really love the brush. It's like the best brush ever, and I use it for everything on my face. Oh yeah, and then I just use a bit of the bronzer in my crease always. Okay, eyebrows, the best. I use Refi. This is my second one of these, and I will keep buying it until they go out of business or stop selling it or I pass away, because it's the best. And I like to brush them all up and then just do like a little flick. Honestly, this eyebrow has like not been cooperating as well lately as my other one. My other one likes to cooperate, but do one eyebrow at a time and put it on right before you're gonna brush it out, because it does dry kind of fast. And if you like brush it too much when it's dry, you can get little flakes. So you want to make sure you're like working with it while it's like still hasn't dried yet. And then curl. And then I use the YSL Lash Clash. I'm like very, very picky about mascara. This one just like ticks all the boxes for me, and I really love the brown. Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I overline a little bit. I always like fill it in a little bit with the liner. And then Pillow Talk lipstick. This is a struggle because it's literally, I have to like stick my lips in it. I have to start digging it out soon. That has been my go-to combo, and it really makes it look like I have lips. I timed myself, and I can do this routine in 6.5 minutes. And this is actually a tip if you want to get ready, but you're like a mom or someone who sleeps in, or you just don't have a lot of time, and there's a lot of days when you're like, I just can't be bothered to like go and put on makeup, like it just takes too long. Time yourself doing it as fast as you can. And then there's literally like most days I'm like, okay, I don't want to do makeup. Greg's like, just go do your 6.5 minutes of makeup. You know you're gonna feel better. You always have a better day when you do it. And I agree. So time yourself, see how long it takes you. If it's anything less than like 8 minutes, you really don't have an excuse to not do it. Still gotta try my hair. I think I'm just gonna dry it and straighten it, and yeah, make a smoothie, and then we gotta go to brunch. You can see it's like caramelly potato chips chocolate, and we had this morning at brunch, and it was such a hit. Just like that. So yummy. I've made this with like saltine crackers before, but I never tried it with potato chips, and I can confirm I do think I like it better with potato chips. Like, it's so caramelly and just, oh, so good. Oh my gosh, the first Christmas with a baby was just so magical and fun. We had such a good Christmas. I always like to take these last few days before New Year's to like, I don't know, just reflect on the year. I'm sure lots of people do this, and kind of think about what I want for the upcoming year. And so I thought that I would kind of just share things that I've been doing the last few years that have kind of really worked for me. Later on today, I have book club. You saw in my video, the one where we did Iron Flame. That was like a hefty book, so we just decided to do like a small one and do like a second December book club for the people that were here. and a girl in the book club, Emma, wanted to do a like Jewish rom-com. So we did the book called The Matzah Ball, and it's like, yeah, just like a Christmas, Hanukkah mashup rom-com. So I am going to attempt to make a recipe that was featured in the book, and I know I'm gonna butcher the name of it. I think it's rugelach. It's kind of like little, they almost look like little croissants, and in the book they had chocolate ones. I'm gonna attempt to make them vegan, obviously, using vegan butter and vegan cream cheese. So we'll see how that goes. Greg went to the store this morning to get cream cheese and they didn't have any, so he's gonna go to a different one soon and get the stuff so that I can make those in time for book club, because it's at 5 and so I have to leave a little before that. And then also, so Greg got me a new Kindle cover for Christmas. It's purple, and then I got a bunch of stickers for it. That's the back. Currently I am rereading Crescent City, and I'm attempting to read Crescent City 1 and 2 before the third one comes out, and I'm loving it so much on my reread. I was not like super obsessed with it the first time I read it. I was obsessed with the end of the second one, but I wasn't super obsessed with Crescent City in general during my first read through, but I am loving it now. I'm having so much fun reading it again, so I'm really glad that I'm doing a reread. The other thing I did was, so I have this notebook. It's so nice. I got it as like a bridesmaid gift from my best friend's wedding, but it's one of the ones that like lays flat, and I'm gonna use this as my journal for this year. Last night I did my first, on the 29th, like pre-New Year's entry, just like filling in what happened over the last year. And then I'm hoping, one of my resolutions, personal resolutions this year, is to document better, because I'm really good at documenting with photos. I take like, I don't know, probably anywhere from like 20 to 50 photos a day, just of like everything I'm doing. Obviously having a baby, I take even more now, but I want to get better at documenting with video and writing as well. And I'm hoping to start either like scrapbooking or like creating photo albums. I have my pregnancy journal that I had filled out, and then I just got photos printed and added them to that. So that's kind of like complete now, which feels good. But I want to just get better at documenting and like having lots of things to remember this time. Something else I'm doing is I'm buying a manifestation course. Do I have my phone? No. I did a course, the Rise and Conquer project. It was like a 7-week or 6-week course or whatever. I did it like 2 summers ago, and I still have it, but she just released, Georgie Stevenson just released a like 1 week starting on the 1st of January, like 7-day manifestation course. And it's like a fraction of the price of what the other one was. So I think I'm gonna do that one just to like have something new to kind of like brush up on manifestation, goal setting, kind of like letting go of negative habits or patterns, and just like overall having a positive mindset. I think that like I could do the other course, but like I said, it was like a 6-week long thing, whereas this one is like condensed and seems good for a busy mom and someone who just like wants kind of like a refresher for the beginning of the year. So I still have to buy that. It's on my list of things to do. And then something else that Greg and I always do that we've done for the past like 3 years is make a vision board for the new year and then use that as a wallpaper on our phone and our computer. And I already made the phone one. It's really easy. I just do it on Canva. But you can also make collages now on Pinterest, which is like even easier because it's all within the same app. But the idea is the same. But I make one for the computer too, because like I have a computer job, so I'm always staring at my computer screen. So every time I open my computer, basically my vision board is there. And it's been honestly really crazy, except for last year, because the flood really like threw a wrench into the summer. Like we definitely didn't have the summer that I envisioned with a new baby, and my vision board was like very summer oriented because that was like what I was looking forward to all year. And so last year didn't really pan out, but the 2 years before that, what I put on my vision board at the start of the year, like in so many weird coincidental ways, ended up happening. Like I put pictures from places in Europe that I like had no plans on going to, and then we ended up doing a cruise in like September, so many months after I made the vision board, and ended up like going to those places and stuff. Like there's just so so many things that have happened that I put on my vision board that I just never even like knew how it would happen, and then it ended up happening. So yeah, I really like doing that. If you do anything for the new year, I would say something like that is like something you can very easily do, and it's also really fun to do too. So if you're more like Greg, like a visual person, you don't really like writing stuff down, then I would say that that's a really good like practice that you can do to kind of like get yourself excited for the new year. So yeah, I already made my phone one, but I was gonna make a computer one now, so I'll show you how I do it. It's very easy. All right, jumping right into it. So you're gonna open Pinterest. This is my Pinterest homepage. You can do searches, but I also just, my homepage is very curated to stuff I like now. So either do your homepage or do a search, and then you can see how I'm just clicking download image. You wanna download all of the photos that you wanna do. This works on your desktop as well as your phone. You can just download them right to your phone too. And yeah, just spend some time going through Pinterest and getting the images that I guess like speak to you. So I like to do ones like corresponding to different parts of my life. So how I want my family life to look. Maybe if I'm like planning on, you know, trying to decorate a new part of my house, like how I want that to look, how I want my fashion to be, just food inspiration that I want for the new year, like friend gatherings I want. So it's kind of like a mix of things that I like, and then maybe experiences I want to have, like this one was camping. Really take the time to find the photos that you look at it and you think like, yes, this is me, or this is what I want to be, or how I want to feel, or what I want to look like. And you can also do it symbolically. Like it doesn't obviously have to be like these people dancing on what I assume is a boat at sunset. Like, sure, I'd love to dance on a boat at sunset, but it also just symbolizes like having fun with your partner. And it can be as literal or as metaphorical as you want, but just start downloading all of the photos you want. All right, so then you want to go to Canva and either type in phone wallpaper or computer wallpaper. And then I just chose the first one and deleted all the stuff off of it. There might be an easier way to do this. I don't know. You can also do just like custom size if you want, but I just do things the hard way. And then you want to just import all of your pictures. And then I like to just do a few at a time. Click on them, they'll pop up there, and then you can just start shrinking them down and like putting them in a collage. I like to overlap mine, but you could also do it like super neat, kind of like a grid type of thing. You can also add words, text, affirmations, reminders, like really make it your own. And yeah. And then once you have it done, you can just set it as your background and voila. This is my prettiest one. Turned out so good. And then this is what they look like on the inside. I had to do a taste test. Can't just give them to people if they're not good. But they're so good. They're like flaky, not overly sweet. I'm gonna adjust them with powdered sugar when they're a little bit cooler, just before I go. But yeah. They're so yummy. It's New Year's Eve. It is football Sunday? Is it Sunday? Yes, it is. Because 2024 starts on a Monday, which is the most satisfying thing ever. Hazel, every time I start filming, has to go have a drink. Like, I'm not even joking. Every single time I turn on this camera, she goes to have a drink. She doesn't really drink much throughout the day, so I know she's doing it on purpose. Hi, man. Last year on New Year's Eve, I was just about 10.5 weeks pregnant, and we were at our friend's wedding, our friends Hannah and Pat, which is such a fun idea for a wedding, and their like kissing at midnight photos with the confetti and her wedding dress and everything are just so good. And I feel like it's just the best anniversary ever. You're always gonna have something to do on New Year's Eve. You're always gonna have plans if it's your anniversary, so that's really fun. And she's also pregnant, so next New Year's she is going to have like a 6-month-old. But yeah, so last year at her wedding, I was like 10 and a half weeks pregnant, and I was severely unwell at her wedding, which is so sad because I was also 5 weeks pregnant and severely unwell at her bachelorette, maybe even more so. I was okay, but I was just so exhausted. I was just like, I barely made it to midnight. We left like just before midnight. And driving home, I drove because Greg was drinking, and I was just like so tired. But now this year we have a almost 6-month-old, 5 and a half. Our friends who had a baby last January, so she's turning 1 in a week, and we're just going to watch football. We're gonna play Trivial Pursuit 2000s edition because I feel like we're gonna actually be good at that. And well, not good, but like better than regular Trivial Pursuit. And we're gonna have meatballs and rice, and then we decided that each of us, of the couples, are gonna make a surprise cocktail for the other ones to try, and then we'll obviously just like drink both of them. But the one we're making is called a cinnamon sour. I got the recipe on Martha Stewart, so I'm making the cinnamon simple syrup right now. That is a mouthful. Basically, you honestly just simmer cinnamon sticks, sugar, and water to make simple syrup, and then it's bourbon, lemon juice or lime juice, and red wine. And Greg just made some more Christmas crack because he's been wanting to make more. We ate like basically the whole tray the days after Christmas, and I felt so sick every time because it's literally just like pure butter and sugar and chocolate, but and potato chips. But it's so good and so addicting. So he made a bit more tonight. And then tomorrow we are going to my mom's house. She's having her side of the family over and our cousins and stuff just for a little gathering. And so I'm going to make more of what I made for book club last night. So book club last night was so fun, and I honestly forgot to film. Like, got home and reached into my purse and felt my camera, and I was like, wow, I did not turn my camera on the entire time I was there. Because when book club happens, I know I've said this before, but like it is the most unhinged, chaotic conversations, and we just start screaming about specific book series. Like I told Greg, there's always like side conversations happening across the table, and then the volume just keeps getting louder and louder and louder, and then someone says something that is just like so out of left field. And even though pretty much everyone in book club was a stranger to me 2 months ago, I honestly now am like, I just feel like we're all best friends, and I think we should get matching tattoos. But yeah, so it was really fun. We also did a white elephant book exchange, and they were explaining the rules, like you open it and then the next person can either steal your book or pick another one. And everyone was all excited. We're like, oh yeah, like we're definitely gonna steal them. Like, let's try and make this go on longer. But then every time someone just like picked up a present and opened it, we just wanted to keep that book. And so we basically just went around the table and we're like, yay, new books. So this is the book I got. It has a sticker over it, but it's called A House in the It's called A House in the Sky. Apparently it is very, very good. But yeah, Greg's not allowed to join because his sister's in the book club, and she's like, no, he absolutely cannot be present. This is the cinnamon simple syrup. It seriously smells so good. It's got cinnamon sticks in it, and then now it's just like a really good simple syrup consistency. So I'm just gonna let this cool down. Lando has started fake coughing. Okay, so I'm making the meatballs. These are our favorite frozen veggie balls. They're just the Our Compliments brand's meatless meatballs from Sobeys. I don't know how much make, but that looks good. But yeah, I'll show you when it's done. These are like way too big of glasses for them to have. Like, it's supposed to have that one big ice cube. Can you do something to both? Yeah. January 4th, and is it the 4th? Yeah, no, it's the 3rd.
3rd.
This has been the longest year of my life. We finally got a kitchen table. We found one on Marketplace before Christmas, and then the person was out of town until yesterday, so they brought it today. And I have chairs that I ordered from Wayfair that are coming, I think it's on the 11th, which is kind of annoying because I just want to like sit at our table. But I also found a high chair on Marketplace, and I've been looking for a high chair for quite a while since Lando's gonna be starting solids like anytime now. He's tried a little bit, but we're gonna start doing kind of like some baby-led weaning and stuff once he has a high chair where he can be like sitting upright, proper position, and have like a tray where we can put the food. So we've just been waiting for that, and then we'll be able to do family dinners at the kitchen table and host dinner parties. We never really knew exactly what we wanted there and stuff, but now that we kind of have an idea of like our style and what we want for our house, then it's easier to find stuff, and we can just kind of like keep an eye out on Marketplace, and then my mom can refinish stuff for us. I bought the manifestation course that I said I wanted to do finally on, yeah, the 3rd day of the month. Yeah, we're gonna do it together.
I know, I already know that.
My Crescent City reread is going really well. I'm on track. I found a schedule on TikTok for how to finish the 2 Crescent City books before the new one comes out, and I'm on track. I'm actually a bit ahead, so that's good. I should put the dogs outside. The people are coming on Marketplace, but the baby's asleep, and I know that they're gonna bark and wake him up regardless, but I'd rather them not be barking in the house, so I'm gonna go put them outside because he's gonna be here in a sec. So that's the table. We're gonna get a rug. We want an oval one, but it might end up being rectangular. Also, ignore the dog's gross towel. It's been so rainy out. Yeah, and then we're gonna have chairs, and we're gonna need to get like a lamp or some lighting for over there. But yeah, that's her. Okay, this is Man's new chair. Just arrived fresh from Marketplace. I was really struggling because some high chairs are so ugly, and we only have like this one main living area, and we don't really have a lot of storage, so his high chair is going to be out all the time, and we're going to have to be staring at it all the time for months. So I at least wanted something that wasn't like annoying to look at for me, like something that was like so ugly and just like didn't fit the vibe and just wasn't it. So I debated for a long time, do we buy like one of the expensive high chairs that look really nice? Do I wait and find one on Marketplace? So I've been looking for quite a while, and finally this one popped up, and I think it looks pretty nice. So proud of myself. It usually pays to wait and find the perfect thing on Marketplace. You just have to have patience, and I know it's hard, and I don't always have patience, but I do feel like we've gotten really good at Marketplace. It'll look so much better when there's chairs, plus Man's high chair, plus a rug, plus some little decor, some cute table settings. It's gonna be good. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. I had a lot of footage like random from Christmas and the New Year to kind of get in there, but let me know what videos you want to see going forward in 2024. Lots of vlogs, lots of cooking, lots of cozy soups I'm sure are in our future. Hope you all had an amazing holiday, a great end to 2023, and a great start to 2024. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. I appreciate it so much. And that's it for me today. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!